Hello class. If you don't know, my name's Brett Keim. I'm going to share 3 things with you in this presentation. 1, how my background has influenced how I read the New Testament. 2, what themes, symbols, and books I appreciate the most in the New Testament. And 3, what topics in the New Testament I tend to pay the most attention to. So first, how has my background influenced how I read the New Testament? Well, when I was in 5th grade, I went to church camp. Not a church goer before that, didn't know Christ. Was told to say this salvation prayer. I said it. From that point on, I kind of thought, all right, I said the magical prayer, I'm saved. From then on out, I really was taught about God's love and grace and forgiveness. And so that kind of built a idea in my head that, how I live my life doesn't really matter. I'm saved. I said the prayer. I'm good to go. So I tended to read Scripture when I opened it, and I kind of looked at Scripture and I twisted it and I changed it, interpreted it so that it applied to my lifestyle. Instead of actually trying to understand context and understanding what the author was trying to convey and what the author was trying to say to his audience. However, I've learned now that when reading Scripture, that's important. You need to consider context, consider what the author was trying to say, and let the Bible speak for itself instead of bringing our own ideas into it prior to reading it. We kind of need to just open the book, and let it tell its story. Second, what themes, symbols, and books I appreciate the most? I would say I like most of the books in the New Testament. Gospels are nice. The Gospels cover Jesus' life, resurrection, and death. However, my favorite, I would say, is probably Paul's letters. Paul's letters, after reading them, I feel like he really has a grasp on theology. He seems to really give meaning to what just happened in the Gospels, the life, death, resurrection of Jesus. He kind of explains what it all means for believers. So I would say I like Paul's letters the most. The Gospels explain what happened, where Paul's kind of like, this is what that means. And so I like that. Third, what topics in the New Testament I tend to pay attention to the most? I really like prophecy. I really get excited about, talks of the new kingdom, the new earth, the new heaven, being raptured, the 1,000-year millennium. Those things are exciting to me, so I tend to like to look at Scripture that has to do with that and try to apply it to what maybe has happened in history, what's going on now, and possibly what is lining up for the future. That's all I have for you today, class. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Have a good day.